What's happening, guys? How are y'all doing? And welcome back to NBA Reloaded. Death is a sad reality that everyone has to face, no matter how much they're loved or adored by the people around them. Celebrities are very few people who are appreciated by a large number of people all around the world, which is something ordinary people can achieve. One such celebrity death that devastated the world was that of Kobe Bryant. The basketball player lost his life in an unfortunate accident that shook the whole world, including his fellow NBA players. In this video, we look at NBA players react to Kobe Bryant passing away. Number 5. Doc Rivers' live reaction. When you're working with someone, even in a professional capacity, there are times when you form close interpersonal relationships with them. Such beautiful and heart-touching bonds are often formed between NBA players as well as between them and their coaches. With friendship comes loss and grief. Similar grief was expressed by Doc Rivers when he got to know about Kobe Bryant's unfortunate and sudden death. Doc Rivers reacted to Kobe Bryant's death at the age of 41 on live camera, and in doing so, he couldn't control his emotions. At the event of Clippers, Rivers was seen in extreme grief as he tried to control his emotions and didn't want to cry on camera. Trying to subdue his emotions, Doc Rivers stated how he didn't have much to say and the news was extremely devastating for him. He said this and more with his eyes filled with pain and tears. He went on to say how Kobe meant a lot to everyone and him as he knew him for such a long time. Moreover, he added how great Bryant was as an opponent and he had a DNA which very few athletes had. He compared Kobe with great basketball legends, including Michael Jordan and Tiger Woods. While there's always competitiveness involved when it comes to sports and sportsmen, the two players must have experienced it too, as Rivers mentioned how it was funny that they were getting to know each other better after Bryant retired. He also mentioned how Kobe began to let more people in after his retirement, and luckily, Doc Rivers was one of those people. Number 4. Memphis Grizzlies tribute to Kobe Bryant. Basketball surely values its legends, and this is depicted where different basketball teams paid tribute to them. This includes both living legends and those who have departed to the next world. Kobe Bryant is a basketball legend who left all of his fans and fellow players heartbroken when he left the world suddenly in an accident that no one ever saw coming. In a basketball match between Phoenix Suns and the Memphis Grizzlies, the latter team paid a tribute to Kobe Bryant. The match that was being broadcasted on Fox Sports Southeast showed that the Grizzlies won after they took a 24-second shot clock violation in honor of Kobe Bryant. Everyone appreciated this gesture and stood up to show their respect for the legend as well. Somebody in the audience also showed Bryant's basketball shirt in order to honor him. The Suns then took an 8-second backcourt violation to pay tribute to the Los Angeles Lakers. Speaking to the media, one of the members stated how it was unreal to not have Kobe be there anymore. He stated how every time the statement is made that he isn't here anymore, it hits straight in the heart every single time. Talking about the fellowship and comradeship that exists in sports, he said how it's even more difficult as it affects the players alike. Moreover, Bryant's contributions to basketball were also acknowledged as he was called one of the catalysts of the game and someone who has made the game grow a lot. Number 3. Jay Williams. Initially reported by TMZ, Jay Williams showed how heartbroken he was over Kobe Bryant's death. To begin his conversation, he shed light on how we all pay attention to things that confine to the superficiality of this world that we live in. He stated how we all get caught up in who's better than whom and things like that, including debates about it. What he wanted to convey was that we all get caught up in this world and its petty debates. In judging what people do on the court as well as off the court, we often forget who people actually are. Remembering Bryant, Jay Williams called it one of the defining moments of his life when Kobe pushed him in the right direction. As a new father of a baby girl, Williams mentioned how he can't even say prayers and condolences because he doesn't even know how to capture this moment. Moreover, he shed light on how everyone has come up with their own Kobe Bryant story now that he is not a part of the world anymore. He called him one of the most special individuals he's ever met, and he said that this isn't just a reference to his on-the-court performance or his phenomenal basketball skills, but how he was as a person off the court and when he was not playing basketball. Accepting that we all make mistakes, Jay said that Bryant's innate character and spirit were incredible. Considering that he's been around a lot of people in his life, including players as well, he mentioned how being around Bryant was always very uplifting. He made him want to be better in every aspect of his life because that's who he was, according to Jay Williams. This is how he viewed him and stated that the standard of excellence he held himself to all the time was great. He mentioned how it was a really tough day, referring to the day of Kobe Bryant's demise. Number 2, sneakers to pay tribute to Kobe. While speaking in honor of someone or paying huge tributes to them is great, sportsmen often find different ways to respect the legends who've left us. When Kobe Bryant's untimely death took place, it shook the entire world, including other sportsmen who were his colleagues, his opponents, or those who looked up to him. Everybody grieves in a different way, and similarly, everybody pays tributes in their distinct and unique ways as well. Many basketball players paid tribute to Bryant by using their sneakers. Different texts were written on the sneakers of these players that depicted love and respect for Kobe. These included the New Orleans Pelicans guard Lonzo Ball, who wrote R.I.P. Kobe on his red sneakers, LA Clippers forward Montrezl Harrell, who wrote GG to Bryant R.I.P. Gone Too Soon on his white sneakers, New Orleans Pelicans center Jackson Hayes, who wrote R.I.P. Kobe with a heart on his white sneakers, Toronto Raptors guard Kyle Lowry, who wrote thank you and rest well along with the number 8 being on his sneakers, New Orleans Pelicans guard Josh Hart, who wrote RIP 8/24/12 on his Nike sneakers, and New Orleans Pelicans guard Frank Jackson, who wrote 24/8 GOAT on his black sneakers. Number 1. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's reaction to Kobe Bryant's death. In a released video, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar talks about how difficult it is for him to put in words how he feels about Kobe Bryant's death. Recalling how he first met Bryant as a young boy, he stated that he was friends with his father, Joe, and met Bryant when he was as young as 11 or 12 years old. He mentioned how the two men, which is him and Bryant's father, were former adversaries in a lighthearted manner. Considering how big of a loss it is to your child, Kareem says he can't even imagine what Joe and his wife must be going through after losing their son to an unfortunate accident. He then sent his sincere and heartfelt regrets to Kobe Bryant's whole family, who were devastated at this huge loss. Recalling how Kobe was as a person, he mentioned that he was an incredible family man who loved his wife and daughters. Moreover, talking about his professional excellence, Kareem said that he was an excellent athlete. He was also a leader according to him, as he inspired many young people, or to quote Kareem, he inspired a whole generation of athletes. He was one of the few young men who came to the NBA and left high school for it, recalled Abdul-Jabbar. For more such videos going forward, do be sure to subscribe to our channel. Thank you and bye for now.